ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। So Hari Om. We are in now second chapter of Kapil Geeta, concised version given by Pujya Guruji. So in second chapter, Bhagavan started his teaching. He says, now I explain to you very clearly the characteristics of various entities. Tattvanam Lakshanam Prathak. I will explain to you. If you know, having known which, one can become freed from all the qualities of Prakriti. Right? So that knowledge, Jnanam Nishreyasha Sarthaya, that knowledge which gives us ultimate liberation, illumination, enlightenment, Purushasya Atma Darshanam, and Yadahu Varnaye Tatte Hridaya Granthi Bhedanam, and that self-knowledge which gives a, Purushasya Atma Darshanam, which is the means for the Nishreyasarthaya, and that about which sages speak, Yadahu Varnaye Tatte Hridaya Granthi Bhedanam, and that which cuts the knots of the heart, I shall now describe it. Purushasya Atma Darshanam, of which gives self-knowledge to the person. So that we shall describe it. So we are entering into the teaching of Kapila Muni. What he says, Anadiratma Purusho Nirguna Prakrute Paraha Pratyagdhama Swayam Jyotihi Vishwam Yena Samanvitam. Anadiratma Purusho Nirguna Prakrute Paraha Pratyagdhama Swayam Jyotihi Vishwam Yena Samanvitam. Now this first of all, Atma Anadihi. Beautiful thing. This Atma Tattva is Anadi. What is this Atma? Atma means what? It has definition is given, very famous definition in Vishnu Purana, which Pujya Guruji has quoted here. Yad apnoti ecchadatte ecchati vishayaniha ecchasya santato bhavaha tasmad atmeti giyate. This Atma, which is beginningless. What is Atma? Yad apnoti, vyapnoti, that Atman which pervades the whole universe. This is a mystery. There is like space. But space is Jada, Atma is consciousness. But nearest example for our contemplation is space. The space is all pervading. Everything exists in space. Nothing can separate the space. So that is Atman, which is more powerfully, strongly, vibrantly present and all pervading. Then what? Echa adatte, and adatte, datta, giving, adatte, taking back. That which takes back the entire universe, merges the entire creation unto itself. that is Atman. Echa Atti. And during the creation, he is the enjoyer of the creation, meaning he illuminates everything. Every wee bit of it in the creation is illuminating it. Echa Atti Vishayaniha. So he enjoys all the objects of the world, meaning he knows everything simultaneously. In our case, what is happening? Our five indriyas are there. But with the help of five indriyas, many things are indriyatita vastus we don't know, which are beyond these sense organs we don't know. And even with indriyas, we are not able to enjoy all the objects in the world that are available same time, not possible. So, but consciousness, infinite, this Atma, is enjoying everything in one go, in the present as now. Right? Vishayaniha. That is the beauty of it. Echa asya santato bhavaha. And what is it? It has that its bhava is santataha. And it's an eternal existence. Santato bhavaha. It's always there. It is never destroyed. Beyond time. Eternal. So that Atma Tattva, Tasmad Atma iti giyate. So that is called as Atma. So here Kapil Muni says that Atman is Anadi, beginningless. It has no beginning. Meaning it has no cause. It is not caused by some other cause. Atma, this Purushaha, Purnatvat Purushaha, this Purushaha, that being, he was beginningless Atman. And what is it? Nirgunaha. Nirgunaha, there are no gunas, no attributes. So, there is a Vastu which has Nama, Rupa, then Guna. Some characteristics are there. But certain things are there, Nama Rupa may not be there, but qualities can be there. Gunas are there, Kevala Gunas. Think. So, that qualities, it may not be seen, visible, but the qualities are there. But, so, Nirguna, Nirakara is Brahmavastu. Saguna, Nirakara is Ishvara. Right? And Saguna, Sakara is this entire Jagat. Virat Rupa. Think. So, who is Ishvara? Saguna, but Nirakara. Sarvavyaptam. But here, what about Brahman? Nirgunaha. There are no more qualities, nothing, no qualities in it. All pervading. Nirgunaha. And Prakritehe Paraha. So it is beyond Prakriti. Beyond Maya. Trigunatmika Maya. Prakritehe Paraha. Oh, that means it is far away somewhere because it is beyond creation, Prakriti, because all creation is in Prakriti. And Atman is beyond Prakriti. That means he must be somewhere outside the universe creation or outside the creation. He must be. No. He is Pratyak Dhama. That Ishvara is residing in everybody's heart as one's own subject. One's own subject. Ishvaraha Sarvabhutanam Hrit Deshe E Arjuna Tishtati. The Lord is seated in the hearts of all beings as Pratyagatma, inseparable from Jiva. Because if Jiva is separated from Ishvara, Jiva cannot exist. See? Can you separate the glowing light from the electricity? The bulb is glowing. So light is different and electricity is a support, invisible. So even a wee bit of distance between electricity and the light, suppose the bulb is separated from the electricity, there cannot be light. That means Jiva is always there with Ishvara, with Paramatma, and as Sakshi, witness, is inseparable. So where is that Jiva should try to know the Paramatma? Just turn within. Avritta chakshuho amrutatvam icchan. So we just have to turn within. See that? And Anadi Atman is what? Beginningless, self-existing. See? And that which is beginningless and it is existing on its own, no cause, it should be Ananta. That Ananta Vastu is recognized. It is present in everybody's bosom as Adhishtana, substratum, and Swayam Jyotihi. It is self-shining. It is not depending on any other thing for shining. It is Swayam Jyotihi. Swayam Jyoti, it's a Brahmanam also is Swayam Jyoti Brahman. So it's a Swaprakash. It is self-illuminating, self-shining. Yena Vishwam Samanvitam. And that by which entire world is pervaded. Yena Vishwam Samanvitam. See? By which the whole world is pervaded. So we don't have to have any doubt, because unless it is there, neither world can exist, nothing can exist. I cannot exist without Ishvara in my heart. And he is always with me. That is Atma Tattva. That Purusha is there. So that Atman is what? So far what we can say? The truth is what? Ekam. One without a second. Advitiya Vastu. And that one is Ananta. Infinite Vastu. No boundaries. No limitations. It is infinite. And it is Kalatita. Beyond time. Beyond the present, past and future. We say present, past and future in time. But time itself is not there. It's beyond time. Therefore it is eternal. And because it is beyond time, it is avyayaha. Vyaya means it karch hota rehta hai. Mutable, changeable, subjected to change. In time, whatever is in the clutches of time, in the domain of time, that which is in the domain of time, what happens to it? It is subjected to change. But this Atma Tattva is beyond time. And because of that principle alone, the time is born. What is time actually? Time is born when there is a movement. Think about it. So the planet, what is physical time? Planets are moving, rotating, revolving. Sun is there. Sun also is having its own movement in the galaxy. Whole solar system is moving. Therefore, this movement is creating time. There is two events are happening, morning and evening, sunrise, sunset. So in between the interval between two events is called time. Kramasamvit kalaha. Another definition. Means what? This time cannot be there without the consciousness behind it. Why? Unless there is a consciousness, Chaitanyam, how can the matter exist? How can the matter can move, evolve, or matter can, this entire function actually go happening? Because of the intelligent principle behind all these movements. So the consciousness, therefore Kalosmi, that I am the eternal time. That here the Bhagavan Krishna, time means what? That consciousness, that which is causing time, which is causing the movement. I am that Kala Purusha. Because in me, everything is born in time, everything exists in time, everything dissolves in time. So nothing is beyond time. So when all the changes are stopped, the essential consciousness, Krishna as consciousness, not as a creator, sustainer, and dissolver of the universe, he by himself, within himself, he is beyond time. The Paramatma is beyond time. Self is beyond time. I can only illumine everything. All the events are illumined by me. But I am by myself beyond time. And this is the Atma. This is the truth that which we have to discover. So having said this, Kapil Muni continues. Sayesha prakritim sukshmam daivim gunamayim vibhu yadruchayevopagatam abhyapadyata leelaya. Sayesha prakritim sukshmam daivim gunamayim vibhu yadruchayevopagatam abhyapadyata leelaya. So the tune I changed it. Sayesha prakritim sukshmam daivim gunamayim vibhu yadruchayevopagatam abhyapadyata leelaya. Yadruchaya eva upagatam abhyapadyata leelaya. Now, Sayesha vibhu, that same infinite Lord, that very infinite Lord, vibhu connected, Sayesha vibhu, vibhu means all pervading, infinite Lord, that same infinite Lord, that Lord who is Ananta, Atma, Purusha, Purnatvat Purusha, that Purusha, that Atman alone, Prakritim Sukshmam, the Sukshmam Prakritim, and Daivim, this Prakriti is Daivim, divine Prakriti, Sukshma Prakriti, Gunamayi Prakriti. So Prakriti is what? Sukshmam, very, very extremely subtle. This Prakriti. Extremely subtle. Because it is it is not gross perspective we are talking. We are not talking about the Prakriti's manifestation. Prakriti Karya we are not talking about. We are talking about the Moola Prakriti. The subtle Prakriti it is called. Sukshmam Prakriti. And what is that Prakriti? Daivi. That is Daivi Prakriti. It's a beautiful thing. No? Think about it. It is Daivi Prakriti. Daivim Prakriti and Gunamayim. And this is Prakriti, Gunamayi Prakriti, full of qualities. Sattva Rajastamo Gunatmika Maya. So it is Daivim, it's a divine with qualities, extremely subtle. Because Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratya. This Daivi Maya it is called. Daivi Maya. It's a divine Maya. It is that's why some Mahatma said, who is this Maya, Prakriti, Purusha, Adi Narayana, Adi Lakshmi, or Shiva Parvati, Ardhanarishwara. So his entire Maya is Prakriti's consort, divine consort. They are inseparable. They are always together. No one can separate. They are there, always there. It is one expressing S2, the primordial couple, inseparable. One is the consciousness, other is the matter or Prakriti. So Purusha Prakriti, inseparable. So when they are inseparable, and the Ishvara's wife is Shakti, so when we wanted to transcend that Maya, only when we go beyond Maya we can realize the truth. So but in the process we should not develop any enmity with Maya. That is more important. So Mahatma said, when you criticize the Lord's wife, Lord will get angry. So we have Maya is there, but Maya Karyam, effects of Maya, that is actually creating all kinds of bondage in us. Maya's inherent power, no problem. But Maya's karyam, that is creating me bondage. So Moola Vidya is there. So, what is that? This Daivi Maya. Therefore, Bhagavan Krishna says, hold on to me, the Maya will go away. My power will be just, it doesn't disturb you. Mama Maya, Mameva ye prapadyante. One who approaches me, this Maya doesn't harm. So, if you separate Maya from me, then Maya can harm. Don't separate. We are together. Hold on to me. Maya will never harm you. Think about it. So therefore, Sukshmam Daivim Gunamayim Sayesha Vibhu Yadruchaya Eva Upagatam Abhyapadyata Leelaya. And Yadruchaya Eva, by chance alone, he came in contact with the Prakriti. Upagatam, he came. Abhyapadyata, obtained by chance alone. He in sport, Leelaya, as a game, as a sport, he became manifested as a subtle Prakriti with qualities. He himself became manifested. Abhyapadyata. See, by chance alone, that Upagatam, that he became, is obtained Leelaya. He became manifested as the subtle Prakriti, as subtle Prakriti, Sukshma Prakriti with qualities. In sport, Leelaya. Leelaya, he identified the Prakriti. Leela. He created his own power. And he, as a Leela, as a sport, he identified. And he started with the Leela, but then it is said that Ishvara, the Ishvara is Mayapati. Ishvara is not caught. But Ishvara became this Jiva. Who is a Jiva? Jiva is caught up in Prakriti. Jiva also is actually master of Prakriti only. But Jiva is, who is Jiva? Definition of Jiva. Jiva is one who is controlled by Maya. Who is Ishvara? One who controls Maya. So, Lord, as it were, became conscious of this potential power purely by chance. See, by chance he became conscious of that power. When he became conscious of that power, by chance he came to know. Then he started creating. All his power manifested into all these names and forms. Vast creation he created. In that creation, the Ishvara is not bound. The Jiva is bound. Who is Jiva? Again, same Ishvara reflected consciousness, individual. Because he is controlled by Maya. All of us are controlled by Maya. Therefore, we are bound. Whereas Ishvara is Mayapati. So, he is not bound at all. Think. So, for actually no cause can be attributed to a non-event and creation as we have seen. Because it's not possible. It's a Maya. It's only its appearance through Maya. Nothing is actually created. Nothing is happening. As Gaudapada Karika says. See? Therefore, when we say something, oh, this world is there, because we are seeing it here, that Pratitikala, it is called at the time of experiencing this existing. That is Maya. When we see Brahman everywhere, this Maya, like when we see the rope, there is no Sarpa Bhranti. There is no snake on it. When we see snake alone and we are caught up in that and we are not able to see beyond, then because of a mind agitated, afraid, scared, a lot of fear has come, we want to run away from the snake. I got fever also, after effects of snake darshan. They are all there, but they are all not true, born out of misapprehension that there is something called snake. So, non-apprehension of the rope leading us to misapprehension of snake. So, this is the problem. So, therefore, the Bhagavan Became when the conscious of his potential is just started this multiplying whole creation. The Prakriti started doing it, and Lord is always there. He is witnessing. The Prakriti started dancing, power started unfolding. I'll just tell you one example. Whenever we become conscious of power, our power, whatever power we have, we just cannot keep quiet without expressing it. Think. It's like a child, we say. The child came to know that he can crawl. Earlier he was not confident. So slowly he understood, oh, I can crawl, I can move from this place to that place, this corner of the room to that corner of the room. Once he came to know that he can really crawl perfectly fast, now you cannot stop him. Because he came to know. And similarly, when he understood that, oh, I can stand also and run also, the moment he discovers his power, you cannot stop the child. The child goes all around. Similarly, with all of us, whatever power we have, if we really become potential of the power, aware of the potential, we will not keep quiet. We say, we want to do something else. Let me do something. Think about it. So I can sing, suppose potential in singing. So whenever I get a chance, I will always look for opportunities to express my power. And some children also, when they started, small children, I saw in many houses, children are there. So they say, oh, I got one house I went, that little girl, many years ago. So she was learning some yoga asanas in the school. So when I went to their house in some other place, some other city, I was eating food and this little girl came out, 5-6 years maybe. She said, Swamiji, I can do lot of yoga asanas. And she started demonstrating one by one. And dekhiye, ye bhi dekhiye. So his mother says, no, Swamiji is eating food, please don't disturb him. But this child doesn't matter. He says, you have to see me. And then so I was seeing and encouraging because the potential, and I can, yoga asanas I can do. That I cannot keep quiet. Anybody comes, I want to show. So this is the inherent swabhava in all of us, that whatever power we become fully aware of the potential, we immediately go out and start demonstrating it. And in fact, when we start demonstrate, and that becomes actually a big bondage. One by one, it becomes a bondage to us actually. Because that power we demonstrate, then so many problems will come. That we will see next sloka also very clearly. So here, Kapil Muni continues. So that Lord became conscious of his potential power by chance. Yadruchaya. Now he continues. Gunair vichitra sujatim sarupa prakritim prajaha vilokya mumuhe sadhyah Saiha jnana guhaya Gunair vichitra srujatim Sarupa prakritim prajaha Vilokya mumuhe sadhyah Saiha jnana guhaya. Now what is happening? Now see how he got up. The Lord forgot himself. So one nature of higher nature is there, but he became who is the Jiva? Ishvara, when he forgot himself, he is Jiva. Because we cannot get Jiva from somewhere outside Ishvara. Whatever is Ishvara only. And what is Ishvara? Brahman alone with Maya, Vishishta Chaitanyam, Upayata Chaitanyam. So therefore, here Krishna says, Kapil Muni says, Vichitraha Sarupaha Prajaha Prakritim Gunaihi Srujatim Vilokya Saiha Mumehurhu Sadhyaha Mumuhe Sadhyaha Jnana Guhaya. Now Vichitraha Sarupaha Prajaha Prakriti Gunaihi Srujatim. Now this Prakriti with qualities started creating. Gunas, what did it create? He created what? Vichitraha Sarupaha Prajaha. Variety of beings it created. Sarupa means like itself. Sarva like itself means what? That is the same nature. Same nature. Like Prakriti is constantly changing, Sattva Rajas Tamo Gunatmaka. Everything which is created is subjected to, born out of Sattva Rajas Tamo Gunas, and these gunas are changing. Think. So Prakriti is inert and changing. So everything is inert and changing. The body you take, everything is subjected to change. Consciousness is there, but Prakriti is doing all the job. So, varieties of beings it creates by itself. Like itself, sorry. Saru Vichitraha, varieties of creation, various things, Vichitraha. Srujatim, create. Sarupaha Prajaha, Prakriti Gunahi Srujate. Created by the Prakriti, qualities of the Prakriti. What is creating? Varieties of beings, like itself. Sarupaha Prajaha, Vichitraha, various things. Srujatim, creating. What is happening? Vilokya, this Prakriti is creating all these things. So Ishvara became aware of his potential called Prakriti. That Prakriti started creating all the lokas, all the universes, with all its various manifestations, various expressions of many forms, many colors, many sounds, like what we see in 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna, when he sees Vishwarupa, he says different colors I am seeing, different lokas I am seeing, different beings I am seeing. All varieties of beings are there. At once I am seeing in your Vishwarupa. Not only the physical world. I started seeing it all the subtle worlds, all the subtle beings, all different colors which are not available. Nana varnani akriti nicha, nana akriti. So many different forms, different varieties. Some are ghora, some are very horrible forms, some are very pleasant forms of your creation. Various beings and various lokas. All this is all created by Maya. That is Prakriti created. And all these varieties of things he created, good and thing. Having seen the power, Ishvara got deluded. Muhe, saya mumuhe sadhyaha. Naturally, he became deluded by his own Maya. We get deluded by our own. Then what is happening? Jnana guhaya. How did we get deluded? Through the wheeling of knowledge. Jnana became hidden. We forgot ourselves. That is, Ishvara forgot himself. When Lord, he became many. That we ourselves said. Purusha means we, the Jiva. We became. So what is happening to us? Let us see now. See. Lord ourself here. The Lord ourself, we have seen the creation and we get deluded by our own creation. Last slow just now I said, whatever power we have, when we become aware of our potential, we cannot keep quiet. Think. We want to demonstrate it. The power in me cannot make me keep quiet. So completely deluded by wielding the knowledge. So many things. We start thinking that I am the boss. I am free bird. I can create anything. I can start anything and I can withdraw from at any time. But we start thinking, for example. So we take up one thinking. We start imagining something. We deliberately start thinking. Something I support. Suppose I take, whatever thought you get. And that thought, what is happening? That some kind of a thought, either love or passion or anger, some emotion comes. Then I let go and I am with that emotion. And that emotion takes me to various things. And it reminds me, all those whom I love, that emotion may remain again, all those whom I hate, and then why I hate, then the incidents I remembered, past incidents, and then mind runs a commentary. You should be not be like this. You should be like this. Then you don't talk to him, don't talk to her, or go and talk to this person whom you love. He also loves. Remember those things past what he did. Thus, mind takes us for a ride. The Prakriti, I just start the entire thing, the flood of thoughts continue, and it is no more a play for me. I started thinking deliberately to think, but then later on the thinking process caught hold of me, and I was sucked into that process. Helpless victim I become, and then the thinking process clutches. It's very kabandha hasta. It just tightly held me and took me in that flood of that thoughts and takes me round and round and round and world. And only when I get completely exhausted and then I become really totally forgot, after some time, after having the fun with me, the prakriti leaves me, and then I come back and become aware. By then I lost my energy, exhausted, fear, so many after effects of that wandering, mentally wandering, thinking about unwanted things. All these things again came back to me. Then I really went wasted my time also. Then end, what is the result? Result is it left me within me lot of tension, insecurity, fear, all those things. And this is happening to all of us. When I start thinking, then I get into fear. Think about it. So therefore, when I start anything as a hobby first, that hobby, I started as a hobby. It's my wish, I started. I am free. My hobby. So then a hobby gets converted into a habit. See? First I start with a hobby. As a hobby, I have no competition, no comparison, no jealousies, no hatred. Think. So when the hobby has a pure joy it used to give me. Any hobby. And that hobby slowly gets converted into a habit. And then that habit, when I get habituated to something, and that actually what happens, then that habits then becomes a performance. It's a performance. Even some people compete negatively also. First of all, I started with a small hobby. Occasionally smoking. I started. It's a hobby. So first I started occasional taste. Then it became a small hobby. Kabhi kabhi I think, I can take cigarette today. I am not addicted now. It is not a habit. Occasionally I take. Some with friend's house or something, I take cigarette. Very good. But then slowly that frequency increased and it becomes a what? Habit. Negatively I'm talking. Cigarette habit. That is injurious to health. Then habit means what? Already cigarette is holding me tightly. Cigarette is smoking me off. I am not smoking cigarette. Cigarette is smoking me. Then what happens? Then somebody comes, how many cigarettes you take? I am taking more. Can you compete with me? So negative competition begins. How many cigarettes one can take? So a good side, performance. I have learned something as a hobby, started music for example. It becomes a very great habit, good habit of singing every day. Then somebody comes and please perform. Then I went into started performing musical concerts. Then the performance oriented things took me to comparison. Here starts the naraka, the fall of my entire peace of mind. Once I start comparison, then it converts itself into competition. Think. And competition continues. When competition continues, you know what all happens. Jealousies come, insecurities come. You become restless, insecure, angry. Then you say there is no purpose for your life, depressed, psychologically shattered. then there is no beauty in life, in living life. All that happens. So how I started as an hobby. Ended up with a great bondage. Once a sadhu said, I was sitting under a tree. Somebody used to come and talk to me. Someone would give me bhiksha. I was happy. But more and more people came. They said, no, we have to sit. We'll put a shed there. So they started putting a shed. I was watching. I said, okay, give the shed. When people started coming and sitting under the shed and I used to teach, then I felt they should get some kind of food also. They are hungry, they are coming from distance. So kitchen, then entire kitchen paraphernalia, money required, items are required, provision supply required, plates are required, glasses are required, servants are required, cooks are required. Think. Then they say that no, when they are coming, they must have some washrooms also. So washrooms are created for men and women. Then somebody said, sir, we are coming and going, but then we wanted to stay, some of us what to do, so we construct some rooms. So rooms also started working. Then the rooms are not enough, then rooms to be increased more. Then someone said, no, for prayer and meditation we must have a separate hall. Okay, separate, mandir and the hall. Like that sadhu told me that once I started, it happened to him, that I was simply sitting. I just encouraged them. Okay, I yielded. Then entire sansara came upon my head. Like carpenter, plumber, then this and that. Because the earlier devotees were inspired and new people are coming. Everybody is not so much committed to the development. Everybody is not capable also of donating. So more and more people are coming and that resources are required. They have to be generated. So my mind started working how to do it. So it started and just give permission to somebody. Okay, put a shed for some people. You want to put a shed? Okay, shed. That's it. That became great bondage. He said to me. Think. And now many Mahatmas are there. They want to hand over the ashram to somebody after their death. So they have to choose. So after their death, somebody can hand over before, not after death. Before they hand it over. So that after death they can. So before that they have to find out and train that person and then hand it over, this and that. Actually, all these things are we start something, we get caught up in our own creation. This is what Kapil Muni said. Ishvara, the Lord, caught up and became Jiva and caught up in his own Prakriti. Dekho. So therefore, Kapil Muni says, Evam parabhidyanena katrutvam prakruteh puman karmasu kriyamaneshu gunairatmani manyate. Evam parabhidyanena कर्तृत्वं प्रकृतेः पुमान् कर्मसु क्रियमाणेषु गुणैरात्मनि मन्यते. एवं प्रकृतेः गुणैः क्रियमाणेषु कर्मसु पुमान् कर्तृत्वम् आत्मनि मन्यते. This is exactly Bhagavad Gita shloka. प्रकृतेः क्रियमाणानि गुणैः कर्माणि सर्वशः अहंकार विमूढात्मा कर्तावित् मन्यते. What is happening? प्रकृतेः गुणैः, गुणा स प्रकृति, सत्वरजस्तमो गुणा स प्रकृति क्रियमाणेषु कर्मसु. So who is doing? The Prakriti is doing. Prakriti is very busy engaged. Prakriti is actually doing all kinds of work. Prakriti gives thoughts and we have seen so many examples. Prakriti, nature is doing. Swabhavastu pravartate. It becomes my swabhava also. So kriyamaneshu karmasu, puman, a person, man kartrutvam atmani manyate. He thinks I am the doer. When Prakriti is doing everything, kartrutvam atmani manyate. See? So that anvaya is there, no? In the sloka. Prakritehi gunahi karemaneshu karmasu puman kartrutvam atmani manyate. And how this is happening actually? All this happens because of para abhidhyanena. This is important. Para abhidhyanena. Para abhidhyanena means what? Avidya, dhyanam, avidhyanam. So completely brooding over the thought. Meaning, I am with the thought, and then thought started manifesting. I am at every level, I am engaging the thought process. I am with the thought process, caught up in the thought process, and thoughts are actually changing from one condition to other condition, from one state to other state, from one idea to other. So I am regarding that same play, same. So for example, regarding same thing, multiple thoughts are created. Suppose I want to go to shop, I want to purchase a car. That's it. Now see, the day you decided to purchase a car, how many varieties of thoughts come? Whether to take loan or not, or which car to purchase, where to purchase, when to purchase, what are the accessories to be purchased, and then what are so many things. And then this car is good, that car is good, what are the required? You ask too many people. The petrol car or diesel car or no electric cars also electric car to be taken. So that entire regarding car only, there are thousands of vrittis are generated. I am engaging myself with every thought, and that is called paravidhyana, extremely brooding over that again and again and again and again and again and again. I am now identified with all these things, and I got caught up in this great wheel of karma. So, evam paravidhyanena. This is important. The very important thing is over involvement, over engagement, attachment. See? So I can exist without any thought. Because I am pure consciousness. Beyond thought I am. Thoughts cannot exist without me. I must be there. See, without thought I can exist in deep sleep state. But thoughts cannot exist without me. Actually, so I am supposed to be the master of the thought, of the mind, but thought becomes the master. Actually, since they are depending on me, they should not bind me. But I identify with it, paravidhyana, brooding over them again and again, I get bound. You look at it, any object. Slowly, start with love. You start, first of all, small object you take, any object you take. First, there's some kind of fondness. Oh, I'm fond of it. Okay. Then I started liking it. Second stage. Then third stage, I started loving it. Little deeper. And the fourth stage, I become obsessed with it. Then fifth stage, I get bound by it. It means either anything or being. Then I am bound by it. Once I am bound by it, then what is the final result? I cannot be without that object or person. Okay. And with that thought, then I put all my best efforts to keep that. So in that I become a great Mahakarta, I become great doer, I become. So I do all those things. To procure it, to maintain it, to keep it that vastu with me. Then in that effort, who is putting effort? Actually, so I compare, I identify with that Prakriti, then I say that Prakriti's qualities, I superimpose them on myself. Atmani, I'll superimpose. Then I become doer. I am become karta bhokta. That is a problem. So Atmani manyate, he thinks actually. Manyate. So there also Krishna also said in Gita 3rd chapter, Ahankar vimudhatma kartaham iti manyate. He thinks that he is a doer, but actually he is not a doer. Then how the Prakriti is doing? Because vasanas are there. I am here now talking to you all. Why am I here? Why I am talking to you all? My vasanas. Why are you here listening to your vasanas? Actually speaking, minus those vasanas, so we will not be there. We will not be like this what we are now, if those vasanas are not there. So what is that helplessly pushing entire thing? Prakriti. So I must observe it. Only the Prakriti is working. If I am taking a position of Sakshi Bhava, I am just illumining, witnessing it. I practice it. So in my presence, Mayadhyakshena Prakriti Suyate. Ishvara says, no, I am only Adhyakshatva. Jiva is caught up. As Ishvara, I am only witnessing consciousness. I am presiding over it. I am supervising it. Think. So, therefore, Kapil Muni says, because of this, the Jiva is bound. Think about it. So, Prakriti does, I superimpose them on me. Therefore, the best sadhana is that when you are moody, mind is, so say that, yeah, my mind is not in a good mood. Not me. Anger comes. Oh, mind is angry now. Mind is very angry in mood now. Mind is frustrated. I am not frustrated. Observe these moments, these moods which are rising in me and dissolving in me. And this is a great sadhana. Then slowly and steadily, the doership in us gets weakened. It becomes weakened. We know how this is naturally happening. So that is the beauty of these verses. I will conclude here today. Next class we will see tomorrow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you all. Hari Om.